Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTCtv and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome everyone to ENVY Simsports GT Sprint Series European Challenge. We are at round 6, Zandvoort, and it is a little bit of sprint race with a little bit of a chance of rain, with a little bit of a chance of maybe it won't happen. We don't know yet. So there's a lot of things happening in this event, sponsored by Triple Stint Racing, Coach Dave Academy, and of course SimGrid. That helps us kind of organize all this, and presented to you by GTCtv, because we always like to be here to show you all the fun racing. And I love this place. It twists and turns, up and downs. The embankments are just awesome. Lap record 133.614 by Ben Dorr in a McLaren. Kind of weird. I figured like a Porsche would have sort of an advantage here, maybe an Audi with that rear end can push off the corners, but hey, to each his own in this place. We're going to see some very interesting racing from everyone. We do have possible weather. We all know my weather forecasting is just on point, rock solid. So we'll see what happens. Maybe the sim will play some tricks on us. I am your host, Mr. Fry, with my chisel chin and my little hairline. Of course, Pix with us, making me look good and sound good. Say hello, Pix.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
And of course, Eton, who's always the man who just keeps us all going. And we didn't have time to get our graphic up, but we are joined by a special guest today, Mr. Chris Ball.
Here I am. What's up, guys? Sorry, had to do that one.
So we're going to have a little extra fun today in the broadcast and the race, but we only get 45 minutes and a little bit of qualifying time to do that. So let's get to the action. I think the pro guys are already kind of getting out there. We've also got a new announcement because we've had to make, I think, some changes. Let me get my files here so I can make sure I'm ready for you. Round 7 will be the Hungaroring. Round 8 is Algreve International Circuit, and round 9 will be Circuit de Barcelona, otherwise known as Spain, as I like to call it. So a few rounds coming up. Unfortunately, this probably will be my last time on the broadcast. Just to give you guys a little insight, I am in between homes, kind of fishing around for something, having to kind of move back in with the folks. Unfortunately, I'm not looking forward to that, but life can always throw curveballs at you. In this case, I think I got 3 flat tires and one that's, totally green and looks good. So I will be back as soon as I can be. I'll try to, maybe make it work if I can. So just to give everybody a little heads up, if you wonder what happened to Fry, I will still be okay. I'm not in any danger. I'm not, health problems or anything. So
I love you, buddy.
I know. But so just if you don't hear my lovely voice and you're used to it, I'll be back as soon as I can. So, and that unfortunately goes for racing as well. I'm not on this sim much, but hey, anything I can, anytime I get, I'll be happy. Javier Sierra is leading the AM class. Terrell Lance in second, only a 5-point gap. Chris Rise, Jack Yates behind that, but those 3 up front, they've pretty much got a stranglehold on who's fighting it out for the first place. Everybody else behind them is as close as they can be. Tight battle for the pro class. Ricky Renner, Edgar Elder Newhey, these two are probably just going to keep switching that out. But unless somebody can kind of tame Newhey, he looks like he might be able to run away with this thing. But we'll see what happens. John McClellan right behind him. Jan Rodriguez making a comeback. And Alberto Alvarez, Mr. Speedy. This guy's outran a lot of people, so look for him to kind of make like a run late in the season as we're already kind of approaching that era. And everybody competing for the cool little trophy. Pixie still never sent us a picture of how big it is. We got to see, because I'm telling you, that thing's like the size of a refrigerator. You're going to need like a room for it. It's both GT Pro and GT3 AM top 1, 2, and 3 all get a trophy. So that's 6 trophies going out. And, of course, 2 lucky drivers will get the $15 iRacing gift card, which comes in handy for buying tracks. Every time you join a series, it seems like they always just pick tracks you don't have. So that comes in handy.
Yeah, but eventually you end up having them all.
Well, yeah, you got to get there, but it's always when you're starting out, you're like, really, you picked every track, and I got 2 of them.
Yeah, no, it is impossible to have them all because they fortunately have new ones every now and then. So, and Fry, can you guess what track is coming up next year? I think in later this year to iRacing.
I mean, they have so many. That's actually a hard question.
I'll say one. It's F1, America's Continent. Can you guess?
Is it? They already go to Circuit of Americas, right? That's on here.
Mm-hmm.
Another
What are
one.
the other 2?
Different country, same continent.
Oh, Road America.
No, sir. Mexico City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I figured they had that one already.
No. So it's coming later this year. I'm not sure if it's later this year or early next year, but they announced they got the license and they will be scanning the track. So it's not my favorite track in the world, but it's cool to me that it's my local track. And
that's right.
Sorry?
I said that's right.
Exactly. Yeah. So
yeah, it is a track that I love to hate because I love to drive it, but I hate driving it.
Oh yeah. It's not the greatest track.
I like it, with the turns and everything. It's just I'm not that good at it, so it's frustrating. And we have had a change to the 12 hours that was scheduled. I think it wasn't May 17th or 8th. Was it the 18th to fight against brain cancer? So we've made some changes. Now it will be a series with either yourself or you can have one other driver. I think maybe he's maxing it out at 2, but it's either one, by yourself or with another person. It'll be May 18th, 1 o'clock Eastern time. You can get in, drive a GTP, LMP2, or GT3 car, 6-round series. If you would like to run any GT3, I highly recommend, the GT3 class because that seems to be everybody's favorite. Personally, I don't like driving the GTP cars. I don't like the way they handle, but man, they're just fun to drive when you get it right. And they're just so fast. They just have so much downforce. I mean, when you hit the throttle, it goes dead straight. So don't forget.
Clearly, you haven't driven one of those here.
No, it's it's kind of like an LMP car. I know they've got a little more power than the LMPs do, but it's kind of the same thing. If you don't have that thing pointed where you want it to go, it's going to go where it wants. You really kind of have to manhandle the car. I'm more of like a GT4 car. I really like those cars. They were my favorites. So, yeah, the super echelon speed cars, not my forte. But, hey, I'm always up for a challenge. And, of course, if you want to donate, maybe you just don't want to race, of course, always taking donations anytime we can fight brain cancer. Although I have been scanned and I don't have any, people wonder about me sometimes.
I'll tell you what, when you're driving multi-class and you're in a GT3 car and those GTP cars come screaming past you on the track, scares you almost every time. You're just not prepared for it.
Yeah, you definitely have to watch your mirror and not look forward the whole time. Of course, the GTP guys, they're like, no, we just look forward. We just go. 67 degrees. Notice the 80% humidity right there, and definitely a little clouds and not a lot of wind. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I've been right and wrong and somewhat maybe in there before with the weather. You know, me and the weatherman got a lot in common. Qualifying just underway. Pros
Yeah,
will
I can give you a
go.
weather update for those that are watching it. There is a rain band coming here in about the next
And
let's see, what time is it on the track? 10, 12?
we got water on the track.
There is water on the track, but in about 18 minutes, we'll see 100% chance of rain, it says, coming in from the northwest. So there you go.
I think I got this backward last time, but I think the pros go out first and then the AMs. Is that correct?
Nope, AMs then pros.
See, I told you I got it backwards.
Otherwise, I'm in big trouble for the last couple of races I was in because I went out first. In case anybody's not wondering why I'm not out on the track racing right now, it's because I blew out my shoulder a couple nights ago. It is not getting better, so I gotta, yeah. Was that?
Is Mr. John Cannon racing, or did he not make this one? I know he said he was gonna make one that was coming up, but I can't remember which one.
No, he's not here. He's working, I think.
Yeah, there was one round I know he said he wanted to make. It was a track he liked. I thought maybe it was this one, but maybe he saw, hey, it's wet. I'm gonna let these guys handle that.
I see you in the standings, Chris. So maybe you'll need to go to your seat and just do it one-handed.
You
Well,
can try it on.
I could do it one-handed with my shifting, but nope. It's going to be the one time I'll reach for the wheel, and then I'm just going to what happened the last time, where my whole car just flew off the track in the middle of the straight. So I'm not going to do that.
What was it? The crash from last week that hurt you? No.
Yeah, I had to go to the hospital, and no, it wasn't.
Well, we've known about people and crashes getting hurt from the wheel and the force.
My wheel's not expensive enough to be able to do that.
Okay.
I still on a CSL Elite. I don't even know if that thing has a gear in it. I think it's just belts inside of there. I don't know.
You didn't just fall out of the chair or something, did you?
No, I think I think it was when I was traveling on the airplane coming back from a work trip before the weekend, and I had to sit in my seat with my arms crossed because I was squeezed in by two people on a Southwest air flight, right? And so there's no room. I don't know if that was it or what, but nice.
Yeah, and right now, Ricky Renner, we know he does love the wet, so he's very happy right now that it's raining.
I'll be his fastest lap.
And I don't see Newhey anywhere unless he's in the pits. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's not here today. So, who was he tied with? It's Renner.
Ricky Renner?
Renner could have a massive point day today.
Renner's sitting on dry tires right now, from what I see in the standings.
I think most people are. I think
I know everybody's on the wet tires except for Javi and Ricky. Everyone else is on wet tires.
It might be a little too wet now. Maybe it wasn't as wet. I don't know. It's not raining.
Out there.
I mean, yeah, you got the speed down the straight, but as soon as you got to stop, yeah, those wet tires might help a little more. See what Mr. Rodriguez can do. I don't think he's on a better lap as we speak.
Chris, got your admin box with you?
I do, but I don't. It's nothing. Nothing is working right for us. Let me try turn it back on again and see.
Patrick Rich gonna try to snag, but I don't think he's gonna go fast enough. Yep. Looked like Sector 3 just kind of took him down as well.
Yeah, but he's going to start up near the front. That's
I
nice.
mean, yeah.
Go
Maybe.
Patrick.
It's a wet track.
All right, Chris, if you want to do the drivers meeting, we'll do the.
Nope. I don't do drivers meetings here. I get to sit here and just watch the race and
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
to
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of nice sometimes when we sit here and I'm like, oh man, I'm really glad I don't have to steward that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at that replay.
And that's a beautiful green. I love the way you
Just-
made that.
Yes.
That looks nice.
Yes, look at all the greens.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the wizard to come out from behind it.
I'm
I think
noticing
you're going to
that-
be disappointed.
So Ricky Renner will lead us off. Patrick Rich grabs second place. Nathan Nickerson in third. Juan Rodriguez in fourth. Guillermo Parrott in fifth. I don't think he was round in the last round. Or Jakob Fury in sixth. Terrell Lance in seventh. Alberto Alvarez in eighth. Jose Sierra in ninth. And Chris Rise rounds out your top 10. A couple guys, I don't think they were here last time. So play a little spoiler today. Jack Yates in 11th, Aaron Siebens in 12th, Joseph Crunk all the way up in 13th, having a great qualifier. Javi Sierra in 14th, Caleb. Oh, see, I messed up. Joaquin, that's what it was. It was the Joaquin in 15th. Chris Ball, who has no time because he will not be racing. He'll be joining us in the booth. He just wanted to go sit in the pits and, feel like part of the crew. And Julio Marquez will also be joining us in the booth. As he has to join and just kind of go hang out in the pit.
Hey,
So
when iRacing throws us curveballs, me and Pix find some way to get the broadcast done, and
right.
that was our way.
So should be an interesting race today with, I guess, starting on what seems to be a wet track. I'm not sure what level of wetness it is. Sun's hitting it. Clouds are, sparse, not overcast. So we'll see what happens, but possible chance of rain. A band coming in could sit here, could be a monsoon, could blow in and out. We have no idea.
I think the track is declared wet. I can't see it at the moment, but I'm going to look for it really quick.
And it looks like they're gonna do a full warm-up lap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not grid starting.
That would be a rough one.
Unless I
pace
could
car there?
be
Yeah, there you
totally
go.
wrong. Pace car just pulls off, they just go. Yeah, looks like they're going to get the full warm-up lap in this one. A lot of times they'll just start in maybe Sector 2, Sector 3, depends on the size of the track. Zandvoort, I can't remember the length of Zandvoort. It's not the longest track because it goes by so fast. But it's almost like a one-groove racetrack. You don't want to be side by side in a lot of these corners. The hairpin is going to be a major passing point in this track. It's where you definitely want to get as many passes done as you can. Once you get through there, you're going to go up through the S's, and that's where it kind of turns into a one-groove racetrack. If you can get in front of somebody after this hairpin, you've got a good chance to stay in front of them all the way to the line.
You know what? I'm going to throw a little something in there for you. So I've got my other software up so I could see. The track is declared dry right now. And there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on the wet tires. And 7 people on the dry tires. So half the field is on wet tires, half the field's on dry tires. And I don't see any water coming off the backs of these cars as they're driving around the pace lap.
And we saw this last time when the sim just decided to throw us a curveball. It was completely dry in qualifying. All of a sudden, boom, track's wet, declared wet for the race. A lot of people, or I think we had like 5 or 6 that started on the dry tire, and they were suffering trying to get into the pits, except for one guy who stayed on them.
4 of the top 5 drivers are on wet tires right now.
Wow.
So this is going to be a real...
Rodriguez is the first.
Renner and Rich are screwed, man. These guys fought it out, and now they're going to have to sit on the wet tires. And we know Patrick Rich will just stay on those wet tires for half the race because
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He likes to just stay on them.
he does.
Like, oh, just it's like it's dry. There's no water on the track. He's like, I don't care. I'm going like 3 more laps. And hey, Big
Oh, my
Red,
goodness.
and sorry, Chris Rise, I missed you. I know you're getting ready to race. Hopefully, we do hope you're listening to us while you race, but it's probably not a good idea.
That rain is. Oh, but you know what? They're smart actually because the rain is about to hit. It's any second now. It's supposed to be here at 2 o'clock on the track, and it is. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be here in the next couple of minutes. So if it rains significantly enough, that's gonna be a big deal for the drivers that are on the dry tire.
And the timer has started. So during this whole warm-up lap, the timer has gone. So instead of 45 minutes, we're gonna have about a 40-minute race. So they've lost a little bit of time. Juan Rodriguez is either the smartest human being alive, for being the first one on the dry tires, or it is going to blow up tremendously in his face. That is the gamble you take at the start. Oh, those 4 right now. He could get by those 4 so quickly in these first couple laps once he gets some heat in those tires, as the other ones will just be completely burning up those wet tires. Fury, Lance, and Alvarez also looking to make a big jump on dry. And lights are green. Wow, giant move from Renner. Oh, Renner, Rodriguez, Rich, Fury, all just diving into turn 1. A little bit sorted out by the time we got there. Rodriguez, all the grip he's got on those dry tires right now, jumps into the lead. Renner in second, Rich and Fury. Joseph Crunk had a little bit of an off. Oh, huge off. Renner has just lost his back wing. And makes contact with, I don't know who that was.
Rich.
Wow, we've got more damage. Flag? Oh, wow.
That was a lot of cars involved.
So much action. We'll have to go back and check on that. Rodriguez and Fury out front right now on a dry track where dry tires. Nickerson on the wet tires in third. Rise, Sierra, both on dry tires. Joaquin, Sierra, and both on wets. Yates on dry. Siebens, Crunk, still on wets, but we just had massive drama for about 5 or 6 drivers. Yeah, we'll have to go back and look, but yeah, that's just part of racing. We've seen these guys go double wide through corners, get single file. They've always been able to work something out. So I think people having different sets of tires right now really played a part in just massive melee at the start of the race. Rodriguez, Fury, and Rise, your top 3 right now. Sierra taking 4th from Nickerson, everyone on dry tires. Nickerson all the way down to Yates, and then a kind of sporadic through the bottom. Yeah, those wet tires right now, and the timer did reset when they start, so we will get the full 45 minutes. That was almost like a 5-minute warm-up lap, but just massive. So this is the risk that they took.
Yeah. So oh, good, we found it. Okay, I was gonna say it was. I saw what happened. Renner's not gonna be happy with himself about it. That's for sure.
Oh.
Yep.
Renner, the worst case is trying to stay off of someone, but wrecking yourself in the process. So Rich and Renner both went around. That was just second and third, or first and second. I'm not sure who he collected along the way.
It was the Lamborghini was trying to get out of the way and kind of got caught on him.
Yeah, just nowhere to go.
Yeah, I think Ricky just was on the gas or trying to brake to avoid, and he kind of looked like he went around on his own, and then Rich got a little bit of help from that orange car right behind him. Barely. I think he
Everybody's
was on the
checking out.
brakes, and
And then we've got more melee around the corner as all this was unfolding. So yeah, just
yep. See, Rich got a little tap from the Audi. That's what turned him around.
And there's just nowhere to go. These guys just scattering, trying to find any kind of open track, not to get any damage on their cars. We'll see what happened as we went around. I think. Oh, Lance goes to go around Rise and gets his left rear caught. I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah, those are completely separate incidents for sure. Wow.
And now, I mean, all these guys in the back are like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Thank you." Another one. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Joaquin
it is
just loses
raining.
back in.
It's raining, you guys, and a bunch of people are pitting right now for tires. I think I see a lot of
We
people.
have
in the
massive
pits.
rain. Rain has just, like I said, the monsoon. Here it comes. And nope, there he goes. That's our first one on dry tires. Hold it in the Mustang. Let's see.
Terrell.
So everybody's into the pits. They want wet tires so bad right now. Nickerson, who roughed it out. He roughed it out for the first couple laps. He's your leader right now. Sierra, Joaquin, Lance, you are going to need to get to the pits as fast as humanly possible to get those dry tires off. Parrott is now in, or Siebens is now in. Parrott will jump up ahead of him. Siebens back in front of Parrott. Renner is, he's not had a great start to the race, but at least he has the fast repair. That's going to help out. I don't think he had to.
Yeah, but his move for the wet tires just got ruined there. Like him and Patrick and who was the other guy that was up there with them? That was on the wet tires. They were making that move like, we know the rain's coming. We're going to start on these guys. What a bummer.
Awful. Yeah, Nickerson did. Oh, there goes Lance. He's on the dry tires.
Yeah, it's going to be raining for a while. It's getting harder, actually, right now. I see it. It's turned yellow from green.
Visibility has gone from a perfectly sunny day to cloudy, overcast, rainy, and misty.
Rainy and misty. But Juan Rodriguez on the wet tires running in 6th. He started up at the front, right?
Yeah, he was the first one on dry tires. So to be able to come in and make his stop and come out in 6th place, that's pretty good. He's only been passed by, I think, 3 cars.
Terrell's in the pits finally to get off those dry tires. Javi Sierra, I think he's still out, and he's on the dry tires too.
Oh, he needs to get off. Everyone get off the dry tires now. There is no reason to have dry tires on your car.
It is not windy enough. I mean, it's 9 miles an hour, but that is not windy enough to dry this track off for dry tires for the next 30 minutes. Like, these guys are going to be on wets the rest of the race, I'm guessing.
And that's usually when you have no wind, that's a sure sign this storm's not going anywhere. It is slow moving.
Yeah, we're almost to the halfway part of this rain band, according to the weather radar. Your weather radar brought to you by Chris Ball and the GTC weather booth.
You got to do your weatherman voice. That's right, Tom. We're coming out here with some clouds and rain just all over the place.
It's raining cats and dogs, folks, and I think I see a couple of ducks too.
You know, the best thing about living in Florida is when they do hurricane broadcasts and they try to pick up a palm prawn and it just drops.
That's funny.
Like, yeah, wait about 3 hours
on
and go
now. Everyone listened to you, so they're all on the wet tires.
Well, now keep it on track. Visibility right now has got to be terrible.
If you're behind somebody, yeah, but if you're in the car, it's probably fine. The track is now declared moderately wet, so it could be worse, and it probably will be.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's as bad as it's gonna get. I mean, it's wet.
It's still raining, so it's gonna get more on there. But as long as the cars can. Okay, I watched a video the other day from what's his face. It's a real race driver, and I can't remember his name right now. He's
Chris,
talking about how you can actually get grip off of the racing line when it's wet, because the track has less rubber on it and it's more porous. So if you keep 2 tires on the racing line and 2 just outside of it, you can get some grip there, because the rubber hasn't filled in all of the rough parts, and you can get a little better traction there. So I'm interested to see if any of the drivers are using that strategery.
I think at this point they're just like, keep it on track, keep it on track, keep it on track. Don't
Yeah.
wreck, don't wreck, don't wreck. Don't do that, don't do that.
Tony
Back
Kanaan
you come
has
down on the Lambo.
Tony Kanaan has a great video about that.
Oh, there's a
starting to
wet puddle right there
Yep.
too.
Starting to puddle in the corners.
Yeah, we still have rain for a little while, and look how spread out everything is right now. Everybody is spread out on this track.
Yeah, right now Nickerson is like, I'm good. Let's just, if I can make it. Yeah, Caleb is not enjoying this race. I think he is not a fan of the wet. And this place in the wet is just treacherous. That was Chris Rise behind him. Looked like he was doing a little mud. Kronk has already lost a lap. Our second place starter is back in 14th, 1 lap down.
Look at that grip the Porsche got through that corner with the Mustang just letting him right through there. That's crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Rodriguez has now worked his way all the way back up to 4th. So he started on dries, came in as soon as it started to rain, put on the wets, lost 3 spots, gained them all back.
Wow.
And right now, the only people that passed him were Sierra and Parrott. Nickerson technically was already in front of him. So yeah, that is a heck of a drive for Mr. Juan Rodriguez.
Yep, he played it right and getting himself back up there. He's only about 7 seconds from the podium places. So if he can keep moving on.
And I'll give Renner credit too. Where did he get back into the top 5 already? After a crash, a spin, he had the right tires, but he had to come in and stop for that anyway.
Well, you did see how he went around that Mustang, like the Mustang was on wets and he was on dries.
Yeah.
So he's got something figured out.
Oh, he does. He loves the wet. Anytime it's wet, he's happy. The rest of the field's not. I think he doesn't like the rain either. He is preferring the dry like me.
I love the rain because I like the challenge of it. I don't perform well in it, but I do love racing in it.
Yeah, I'm all right. It's kind of like, I want to drive a race car to go fast, not drive a race car to go a little bit slower in it because you have to.
Mm-hmm.
But, don't do that. Yep, not going to make it. Yeah, there was no way you were making that. Alvy goes in a little hot, trying to get it back on track, stay out of the way. Rise goes around him.
You know what? You would think Albie would know how to do this since he lives in Florida. It rains every day. He
we're
just
not
needs
there
to get in
yet.
his car and go out at 3 o'clock, drive around in the rain a little bit.
We're not there yet. It's still dry season over here, so he's adjusting.
There's no dry season in Florida.
Yeah, there is. We don't have rain to come until next week, and we ain't had none in 2 weeks.
I know. I'm just messing.
Now I'll tell you that's the thing around here. It's like for 3 months, you're like, man, we need rain, man. It's just we need something. For the next 6 months, it rains every day at 3 o'clock. You're like, okay, enough with the freaking rain, and then it'll go back to drought. It's like, nah, never happy.
We have about 5 more minutes of rain falling, and then it'll be all cleared up for a while. I don't see anything else coming before the end of the race, so.
Congratulations, Big Red, on a new addition. But yeah, we are getting older every day. No doubt there.
Awesome. That's awesome, dude. I want to be a grandpa. It's not going to happen.
Hey, I'm good on that. My mom's not too happy to hear about it, but my dad's like, yeah, sounds good.
Is it Big Red's first grandchild?
Good question.
Not sure. Well, he did say the oldest daughter, so. But he could have a son that's already had one as well.
Yeah.
You never
Hey,
know.
notice,
Yeah.
notice something on
Either
the
way,
track?
either way,
Sunny.
congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Whoa! Almost 3 wide into turn 1. Joseph Crunk with one of his best "I'm getting out of the way, please go around me" moves I've ever seen. Renner is on a freaking mission, just blowing past Rodriguez now, who has locked himself at least into a top 5. There's no way he's not coming out of this with a top 5.
Why does this look like a Porsche Cup Porsche Cup right now?
Because everyone has switched to the Porsche. There are people who took point deductions so they could take this car. That's how much it's just, it's a little OP, you know? Maybe we need to tune it down a bit. They always seem to make this thing really good. Now the Mustang
Porsche,
could
right?
use, Mustang could use an upgrade. You know, we need to re-upgrade, need a little update action. That would help people out. But right now, the Porsche is just outperforming Audis, Lamborghinis, Mustangs, McLarens. I guess maybe it's just better in the wet too, with the base of the car.
I'm excited to see them bring the new one in that they released a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Renner goes in hot.
Holding it together. The rain should be stopping any minute, so in fact, it's probably, let me zoom in on the map and see.
Still kind of sprinkling in the turns.
Yep.
We've got a ways to go, both ends of the track. It's not, you can see the sun peering through. It's not as misty as it was and dark and gloomy.
Yeah,
So
the rain is on across the whole track, but it's lightening up on the final corner heading into the pit straight. That's where we're gonna see it coming across the track. So if you look at the final corner where the drivers go to the pit straight, that's the direction that everything is flowing across the track. Up at, like, looking at that map, bottom left to the top right. That's the way that it's flowing. So we're gonna see the latter part of the track drying out first, which is unfortunate for the drivers. I'm sure they wish the first couple sectors were the parts drying out first instead of the long straight. All right, rain has stopped across the sector, well, the last sector. So we're going to start seeing windshield wipers stopping and things hopefully clearing up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, if you don't have a car in front of you, maybe. Still got the rooster tail just in your face. And Nickerson has just, as of right now, he has ran away with this thing. I've been watching Renner. Renner is driving the absolute wheels off that car. He is pushing as hard as he can. I know he feels like this one got away. He was the shoe-in. He was going to drive away from everybody. He loves the wet, and he's just going to go, right? He makes 2 turns, and, well, here we are.
Well, his last on his last lap, he was the fastest driver on the track in his last lap. So he's definitely moving along. But
now, and I didn't see if John mandated a stop for this race. So I don't know if they can just run the whole race or if they have to come in and take a certain amount of fuel.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, he kind of fluctuates on when he's going to do that stuff, so you never kind of know. But that's why you don't listen to Fry and you read the rules. That's very important to do.
Oh.
Touch that curb. Do not touch the curb. And our true compatriot here, the lone Mustang, he stayed tried and true through the season.
You know, Jack Yates gave me a little rubbing. Nope, that was the wrong word. What am I looking? Jabbing? I don't know. Giving me grief in the Discord about not being in the race. He's like, "Come on, we were so close. We're fighting it out for 5th." I'm like, "What? 5th? I don't think I've finished anywhere outside of the top 15 the last few races." So,
but you did show up. You can gain a lot of points if you show up.
That's true.
As we saw when our MX5 Cup finished up, unfortunately didn't get our battle we were looking for, but hey, life happens, and that's what sucks. We always want to be there. We should be able to just take off work anytime we want. Like, I got a race, dude. I don't know how well it would go over with your employers, but I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, things just got a little crazy for me at my job. Two of the guys that have been at the company as long as me, 29 years, and they both had their last day today. I'm like, oh crap, that's gonna make life busy for this old man. That's for sure.
Yep. Then they bring in new people, and it's like if you had that kind of that way with working with the other guys, you guys like kind of just had a smooth transition. You get the new guy, and it's always night and day.
We won't be having any new guys. We're just gonna slim things down a bit, I guess. We'll see.
Yes. Tis how it goes. Renner is now all the way up in second place. He has gotten by Sierra. Still trying to drive the wheels off it. Parrott having a great run. Back up in fifth place. Right now, second in the AM class. He's got a big jump on Rise, Yates, and Lance.
You know, that little battle in the AM class, right, between Javier Sierra and Tyrrell Lance, right? So Javier is ahead. Oh, dang. Albie is trying really hard to get that thing somewhere up the track. Somewhat too hard. Oh, little wiggle. Oof. Oh, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Oh, wow. How do you miss that? Oh,
no,
never
he
mind.
missed that one and then caught that one.
He got one of them.
Like, I got it. No, I don't. Still a little wet, but I think it is drying up. Starting to get maybe to a point where we will see some dry tires again, but not much time left.
I'm just curious. I'm going to
first 20 minutes. So Nickerson gets the jump on everybody, stays on the wet tires. I think we only had like two, maybe that third lap before the rain started to appear. And when it showed up, it absolutely doused the track. First four started on wets, huge melee to start the race. Nickerson escapes, is not one that's collected, and so far has jumped out to a massive lead. Once everything settled down, rain comes in, everyone gets wet tires on. Renner has absolutely ran all the way from, I think he was down in 8th or 9th, maybe 10th and further, and has come all the way back to second. Rodriguez now up to third, past Sierra. Sierra's dropped a couple spots, starting to fall back, and he's got about a 14-second gap on Parrott, who looks to be gaining time. Alvy's trying to test out the durability of the Lamborghini. Looks to be doing a pretty good job on the test run, getting everything fixed. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure on if there was a requirement for the fuel, if they can just run the whole race, how it's going to go. But yeah, I'd say Alvy can make it to the finish. So if everyone else still has to stop, maybe he can gain a few more spots back. He would definitely need to keep it on the track to do so.
Well, everybody is still on the wet tires, and I'm going to guess with we're 22 minutes into, so we're just a little over halfway. No, wait, just under halfway through the race. Right, 45-minute race?
45 minutes, so we're about one lap away from halfway.
Right, and there's no rain in the forecast. I don't know that we're going to get this track dry enough for the dry tires, but if Nickerson can hold on those wet tires to mostly to the end, he should be safe from Ricky Renner catching him.
I mean, Renner has taken a 24-second gap down to 19 seconds.
Yeah, no, he's moving.
He's still got a good 24 minutes to get stuff done. So, I mean,
lap, he was a second faster than Nathan Nickerson was.
As I said, I think Renner feels as though this race was his to just win, dominate, and run away with. That is not how that start of the race went for him. So he might be driving a little frustrated, maybe with a little aggression, motivation.
I'll tell you, Patrick Rich and who was the other guy on? Who else was there at third that started? Was it Sierra? No,
Patrick Rich.
I know Patrick Rich was there.
Yeah, Rich,
and Ricky
Nickerson,
Renner was there.
and Renner. Forget
the
who.
third driver that was on those wet tires.
Who was it? Was it Sierra?
I don't remember who started on the second row. Nathan Nickerson was on the second row, so he just got lucky passed through that accident.
Yeah, he lucked out tremendously. Rodriguez was the first one on the hard tires. He escaped as well, but had to come in and put on the wets and run his way back up. Everybody else was pretty much dodging, trying not to wreck, getting caught up and stuff. So he just kind of was like, bye, guys. I'm just going to run this way. Rodriguez having a great run. I'd say right now he had the best strategy as far as taking a risk. I think those first 2 laps, I mean, other than if you can come in, I guess after 2 laps, actually take a splash, not have to come back in, switch to the wets, I mean, that's probably the best strategy. Yeah. And Renner's still running down Nickerson. Every single lap, he runs down a little more time. So if he can do a second a lap, he can make it.
Yeah, I think where Rodriguez would be if he didn't start on the dry tires and he was with those guys when the rain started. He'd be a lot closer to Nickerson in the race, presumably.
And Stevens getting out of the way of Rodriguez. Whoa, who was that coming up behind him? Is that Sierra? No, Steve. Okay, so Rich is also a lap down in 12th. So I think, and I know Yates is a lap down. So top 9 right now on the lead lap. Oh, is he? I saw he has one corner that he is not very happy with. We've seen him kind of sideways a couple times now. Whoa. And they're battling. That is for position. Patrick Rich will take it away from Stevens. Oh, Stevens just brushed the wall.
But it is for track position.
Well, yeah. I mean, who cares what class you're in? If you're back in 11th, 12th, you're just racing. That's just racing to race. And we can't forget about Heather's Jewelry. Don't forget to check it out, heathersjewelry.com.
He just laid down all that mud right in the middle of the corner, along with everyone else.
That's because this man drives with giant rings on his fingers. You should see the stuff that Heather's Jewelry has, and it's just, it glares off the sun that's now shining right in his eyes. Man can't see nothing. But, he's dedicated, and we always appreciate that. So Nickerson now only 16 seconds. 2 laps ago, he was 18 seconds. I'm telling you, Renner is driving. What's that movie?
1.5
Drive Angry. This man is driving angry. And he loves the wet. He absolutely just loves it. I think most people don't like it. Me. But, God, he is just moving.
Yeah, he's on a mission.
But can he hold it together for
said, I'm on a mission from God.
He's got about 10 minutes. So Sierra right now with the points lead. He's going to have a pretty good day over Lance as long as he can hold it together. I think Rise is kind of back there as well. So, yeah, Sierra looking for a big day right now. Take command of the AM lead. Oh,
yep,
two Sierras.
Javi Sierra's back in 13th on the track. He's actually
when
behind
it
Tyrrell
just
and
says
Chris.
J Sierra, it's kind of hard to tell which one's J Sierra and J Sierra. There's my fellow Florida native.
One of them. There's a couple of them on
And
the track.
also, Chris, I don't know if you've been to I don't know if you've been to Florida in the rain, but yeah, people don't drive very well.
I lived there for 2 years. I know.
Ah!
Whoa! Get off the green stuff.
Oh, I don't know what that green stuff is made of, but can we just have grass? Because grass seems to have way more grip than
Yeah.
that green stuff.
Gotta be AstroTurf, yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's like some kind of slick paint or something.
Yeah.
Do you see those patches of water dissipating a little bit? It's not going to get you. You're not going to be on dry tires for this race, but it's definitely starting to get a little bit of a line showing up there.
I mean, getting down to the last 15 minutes and to see, man, I don't know. I don't think he put any kind of cap on the fuel. I think it's kind of just a sprint race. Everybody goes out, goes fast as you can, which is what this man wants to do. He's got 15 minutes to stay in front of a guy who's now only 13 seconds back.
Wow, he's flying back there.
Ricky Renner was 24 seconds behind Nathan Nickerson less than 8 minutes ago.
Ricky Renner's last lap 1.7 seconds faster than Nathan Nickerson.
Wow.
So Ricky is moving. He's gaining a second and a half a lap. I don't know if there's enough laps left to catch him, but it's going to be close.
And Granny's wild. I totally agree. I drive around a lot during the day, probably 60 to 100 miles a day. And yeah, I would agree with that. These are facts. The rain just makes it worse. Oh, and trust me, if it ever freezes here, oh, they just shut everything down. You're not even allowed on the road. We don't have snow trucks either, so you know they're talking about putting.
You
like,
do. You have
it's
all you guys in your pickup trucks from out in the country.
No, they just get a dump truck with 2 guys and shovels. And that's how they salt the road.
And they put 4 guys on the front with shovels, and they just strap them to the grill and just drive the truck down the road.
There you go. That's all we do. Just everybody gets to stay home that day. So Yates has now lost his lap. Lance is next on the chopping block. He's still got a little time though. He can keep it together. He and Rise are battling very close in the points. So Lance to look to have a big day if he can jump over one of the
He's pushing
Sierras.
really hard. I'm curious to see what the lap time is. 1:48.6 is what Nathan Nickerson did, which was 0.6 faster than his last lap. 1:48 flat, so only 0.6 gained that lap for Ricky. Yeah, he's got to get another half or second or more to get through this. I don't know. It's going to be close.
I mean, yeah, right now, sitting at about 14 minutes to go. He's, down to 12 seconds. So time-wise, he's still at 13. So yeah, he hasn't dropped it down to 12 yet. Nickerson might be trying to pick up the pace to manage the gap. I know some of the guys have a little telemetry and stuff in their car so they can see that, but some don't. So I'm assuming
he's watching his relative. I can promise you, Nick, this is exactly what Nathan's doing.
Because it's right.
There we go.
Look at that. It's a second. Second.
Look at those huge gaps. And then lap 17, Nickerson's like, nope.
Yep. I gotta start doing something. Like you said, right now, we're down to about 12 minutes and a 12 second. That's 1 second a lap if he's going to have, for one, just a chance to catch him. But if he catches him, now he's got to get around him. So you kind of want at least a lap or two to work on that. Not have to just catch him and make it, one shot. That's just not going to work out. But we'll see if Nickerson starts trying to pick up the pace a little bit, start moving a little bit quicker. But Renner still, he's chipping away. It's down to 11. I mean, with
Well,
every second that goes by, he just chips a little more.
Well, look at lap 17 and then 18. Right? Look at Nathan had a full second a lap faster, which explains the half a second lead. But now look at him. He did a 1:47.9. Right? So he went a little bit quicker, but so did Ricky. So it's close, very close.
Yeah, I think maybe Nickerson was waiting for it to dry out a little bit before he started pushing the car, whereas Renner has just been pushing it. You talk about a sprint race. This dude is doing his own little sprint race right now. He's in his own world.
He's probably just mad at himself because he lost the car. I didn't notice if he lost the car or had a little bit of help, because I think he had to whoa up before he ran into the car in front of him, and I think on the brakes that back end just kind of came out on him.
Yeah, he had a gap from the car behind him. He just went in a little too hard, and I hate it because you're trying not to hit someone, and I trust me, I've done it myself, but it's like you just wrecked yourself trying not to hit somebody. And if you had probably just tapped him, you guys would have both just been fine. But it's like you just don't want to make contact with somebody. No, not Lance.
Not Tara. Wow. I think he forgot where he was on the track. That's about 9 cars that have gone off in that corner.
He's staring at those rings again, I'm telling you. Some beautiful stuff.
He's probably, uh-oh.
Fury. I think in one of the 2 Audis we have. I think we have 2 Audis.
That's the AM leader.
Yep.
Oh boy. Saved it. Nice.
And keeps going.
Definitely he had plenty of room to move. The next person was 20 seconds behind him. So
yeah. Yeah. So don't do that too many more times or he'll be right behind you. That's where the fear starts coming in. That's why Nickerson's got time. He's got time to give up. And I'll do the same thing myself. I'll know if I'm going to win, I'll give up everything but about 2 seconds. I don't want you too close to me. I want a little time I'm going to hold on to. But, yeah, right now, if I know this track is drying out, I'm going to be cautious. I want to make sure I stay on, hit my marks, and just be smooth. Yes, he's gaining on me, but, he just made a mistake. Renner has just made a mistake. He was 9 seconds. He just dropped 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just a little too hard. And that right there, that was a 2-second loss right there.
Yep, that was
just that little tiny off. Now he's already gained about a second of it back. Now he's driving angrier.
I'm looking at who is and isn't here. Nathan Nickerson is running 6th in the standings. He's got 43 points. Albie is just 3 points ahead of him, so he's going to pass Albie up, move up to 4th. Retro Coffin's not here, so that means he's going to pass Retro Coffin as well. He's going to be almost sitting in the podium places behind John McLuhan in 4th place. He's going to move up a lot.
Isn't Jan Rodriguez Retro Coffin?
Oh, I didn't know
that. He changed his name at the start of the season.
I'm just looking on the SimGrid, brought to you by the SimGrid. Looking there and it's the name's Retro Coffin, so I didn't know that. Okay. Well then,
where you been, Chris? Where you been, on track driving or something?
Yeah. Or out of town. You know what? Life really gets in the way sometimes. Why can't I just have a job where this is all I do?
Right.
Wouldn't that be nice? I'm working on it.
I've been trying to win the lotto, but them people are stingy.
Yeah, they're not very good at giving you the numbers you pick. It's like what?
Not even. It's matter of fact, what they do is they check my ticket, and then they see what numbers they're not going to put in the ball. So people are pitting.
Is it fuel? It is declared lightly wet, is what my system says.
So we've got to
You
do we have
can drive it, but
do we have any brave volunteers?
there's only one person that changed tires. It's got to be fuel because everyone else is still on the wet tires.
Yeah, Parrot's still in the pits. He's been in there a minute. There he goes.
And he's coming out on the dry tire though. Let's see what he can do with those. Is he fighting for anybody on track? He's, I don't know.
Yeah, Renner. Yeah, Nickerson has been able to kind of.
Those maybe not a good choice.
Yeah, it might still be a little too. If you see rooster tail, it's still too wet. But maybe that's just me.
Some of it's dry. I mean, it is saying lightly wet, and you can drive slick tires and slightly wet. I'm curious to see if he can get to Chris Rise by the end of this. Yeah.
Yeah. it right about the time the race is over, that's the time you should have put on dry tires.
Yep. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's possible that he forgot that he had the checkbox for dry tires. That happens.
Yeah, and right now Nickerson has picked up the pace. Renner still pushing as hard as he can. Thought somebody maybe went off right there. I was waiting on a car to come back on. I didn't see nothing.
That's what I thought too. With 5 minutes to go,
there he is.
Ricky Renner did a 1.3 second faster lap than Nathan. It's just not enough. He's going to need to be at the 2 second mark if he's going to have any shot at getting there.
Yeah, and Jose Sierra right now with a top 5 in the AM class will be the AM winner over Lance, who has now jumped ahead of Rise. So, man, those points are going to be so crazy. As Javi Sierra is down in 13th place, he will have a massive loss of points today. If everybody else will have a good gain on him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he don't like this place.
Wait, what? Oh, he came. He's like, never mind. I'm gonna put the other tires back on.
Yeah.
Hey, someone has to test it out, right? Maybe not with 5 minutes left in the race, but
yeah, he went big, and usually if you go big, you have to go home. Renner has spun the car. He will definitely not catch Nickerson now. I say with the gap that he had, though, he probably just laid it out there and just pushed as hard as he could. Oh, tough day for Ricky Renner. Tough
dude, he
start
came
to
all the way
race.
back to second.
I know, but like I said, he had it. He was like, I got this. I'm gonna run away with this race. And then 2 corners in, there goes the car. It's like he had that feeling. Rodriguez has had a solid day. I still say he started out on that right strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Nickerson just kind of got lucky because he didn't get held up. I think Rodriguez got held up a little bit, just slowing down. After that, Nickerson just hammered down, and he was gone. And Fury all the way up to 4th. I can't remember where he started, but that is a good run for him. And started 6th, so yeah, a couple spots. And I think 1 of 2 Audis. Usually we have at least 2 Audis. And we have mostly Porsches. It does look like a little bit of Porsche Cup. So Renner's pushing hard, but he does have Rodriguez right behind him. So if he pushes a little too hard, Mr. Rodriguez is going to be very happy about that. I don't think he's going to be able to run down Renner in the last 3 minutes of the race. Probably about 4 laps to go. Who's that behind Rodriguez?
Is that Patrick?
Yeah. And Patrick, who used to be one of our members, he decided not to drive the Mustang anymore.
I was gonna say he used to be cool, right?
Right. We used to hang out and talk about times and stuff, and now he's out with those Porsche fellas.
You see that Ford was out at Nordschleife and set a new broke their last record. in the
Yep.
GTD. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That
that
car is
new-
so quick.
Yeah, that new Mustang is awesome. Mr. Nickerson has now reestablished his 18-second lead. Renner will try to hold on to second if he doesn't make a mistake. Mr. Rodriguez waiting on it.
Oh yeah, he's close.
Yeah, he's not too far back. Nickerson at this point, like I said, if he's got the telemetry, if he can see the gap behind him at this point, he's like, all I got to do is keep this thing on track. I do not have to push very hard. I can stay right in the middle of the track. I would stay off those curbs completely.
Hey, did you notice the hood on Nathan Nickerson's car? What it said on the front of it?
I did not see that.
Rain X. Smart. That's awesome.
I've always wondered,
Yeah, he
you
did.
know, if you got Rain X on your tires, would that help out?
That's what I was just gonna say. He's got a great sponsor in his tires.
They say it lasts, you know. I mean, it's worth a shot. Jose Sierra right now looking for a top 5 and also the AM win. He's got a pretty good gap over Lance and Rise, so he's looking to have a good points day. Javi Sierra would like to pass Siebens and Yates and get back up there to not lose as many points, but it's going to be a pretty good point day for Lance and Rise to catch back up, and I think Lance might actually take the points lead because they're that close.
I wish I was there battling Jack Yates right now. That would have been nice.
I think this is Alvy trying to take a spot from Sierra. Now, although they're in different classes, you're still racing overall, so that, you know, those points for 5th place is really going to help him out for the 6th place, and I still say it matters because, you know, it matters. I know they're in different classes, but I don't want somebody to pass me on the very last lap of the race. No!
Whoa.
Oh, Alvy's going to try to go underneath. I'm telling you, see, he's racing him. He's like, class smash. Now, this hairpin has 2 different lines that you can take through it. And, Alvy gets the better run, still spinning the back tires.
Yeah,
Sierra trying to hold tight.
Oh, he's going to overdo it. Don't do it. Ooh,
Alvy has tested the durability of that car throughout this race and still going to come home now with a top 5.
Hey, you know Joseph Kronk is running in 12th position in the championship out of 21 people.
Oh, Nickerson won. He was so far ahead.
Yep.
Rodriguez gets ahead of Renner. We missed that.
Wow. Did Renner go off?
Renner had to have gone off because he is just now coming across the line.
Yeah, he's 10 seconds back. Oh.
Yeah, Renner has had a traumatic end to that day after what a run coming all the way from 12th place.
Oh, it does show that he went off track.
Yeah, he went off somewhere. He was
there.
He was still pushing Calamity Corner. We've seen a bunch of people go off there. Nice spin around and keep moving. But he will drop that spot to Rodriguez, and that's all Rodriguez needed. Fury will come home in 4th place. He's kind of had a quiet race, I think. I kind of missed if he came from 6th and where he was in the melee. I think he was the one that tapped somebody, and then that was him getting through there. Good job.
Well, he's leading the AM championship, so that's a good finish for him.
Jose Sierra will get 6th. Terrell Lance will get 7th.
Oh, and Chris. So the championship leaders in AM class, Javier Sierra, Terrell Lance, and Chris Rise are 1, 2, 3 in the championship, and they finished 1, 2, 3 in their class on the track today.
That's Jose Sierra.
They did, yeah.
Javi Sierra is all the way down in 12th. There's too many Sierras.
Are there two J Sierras in AM class?
Yep.
Oh, yep. I see it now. I'll just be quiet.
We need new initials for the Sierras.
Yep.
Our results, Mr. Nickerson with a pretty uneventful race, but I'm sure he's happy about that after the start to that race. Jan Rodriguez comes home in second, kind of steals second from Renner. Renner with a tough day starting and up on pole, drops to the back, drives back up to third. Jaco Fury in fourth, Alberto Alvarez in fifth. Jose Sierra with the AM win comes home in sixth. Terrell Lance in seventh. Chris Rise eighth. Patrick Rich in ninth. And Jack Yates rounds out your top 10.
I'm working on it.
And in 11th was Aaron Siemens with a pretty good run. Javi Sierra drops back down to 12th. Joseph Crunk, great run, comes home in 13th. Guillermo Parrott in 14th. Caleb Joaquin in 15th. Chris Ball and Julio Marquez did not race. But
What's the guy? Hey, what's the guy's name that's not? Yeah, but you said he goes by a different name. Oh,
Retro Coffee.
Retro. There, I found him. I forgot who it was.
All right. Well, we're going to start with Mr. Jose Sierra. Jose, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Congratulations on the AM win. Crazy race, and we have two Sierras. We have Javi Sierra and Jose Sierra, and we got you guys confused pretty much for most of the race. So how was your race overall?
Yeah, so it was good. Crazy race. Made a couple of mistakes along the way. A couple spin off anyways, but it looks like it worked out on the strategy, and yeah, it paid off.
Yeah, the hairpin seems to be your favorite. Yeah, I think you were trying to take the wing off the car or trying to do that thing where they put the Coke bottle in the thing and you kind of drift it and see if you can hit it. I didn't know if you were practicing for that, but I mean, you held it together, so that's what counts.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, you got any shout outs or anything you want to send out?
Yeah, of course. First of all, shout out to my brother. So Javi Sierra is actually my brother. So shout out to him. He was the one
see, I was gonna make that comment too, but I was like, nah, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, he was the one that got me into the league. So shout out to him and again to all of you guys, NB, for setting all this up, and amazing show and amazing broadcast. Been watching it before I joined the league, so really cool to be here.
Well, cool, man. Well, good luck on the next round, and we'll see you next Friday.
See you then. Thank you.
Good, man. All right, now we're going to head over to Mr. Ricky Renner.
How's it going, guys?
Well, we're gonna ask about the start. I'm just gonna say that I knew you kind of felt like you were poised to kind of run away and maybe dominate this one a little bit. So what happened in I think it was turn 2 or turn 3?
We had high expectations. No, I just started on the wet. We knew the rain was about to hit, like within probably 2 laps or so. And just depending on how heavy it was, I was like, well, we're gonna stay on wets anyways, so let's just start on it. And then when Retro got by, I was like, all right, that's cool. And I didn't expect him to slow that much into that corner when it was dry there. Maybe a little bit of mental something going on there with the rain and all the practice and stuff and how slow it was. Just being cautious there and just didn't expect it, and I locked it up, slid it sideways, caused a big pile up. So I feel bad for everybody that got caught in that. And then yeah, the rest was just head down, charge back through, and I was watching the times to Nathan, and I was like, man, this is gonna be really close if we can keep this pace going. And then I crashed in that turn all on my own. And then the last lap, I was like, all right, we're not gonna get there. And I was just cruising through there and crashed again on my own there. So I don't know what it was with me in that corner, but somebody dropped a quarter and I was trying to find it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a calamity corner. We had a few people that went off there, but we were like, man, this dude is driving the wheels off that car right now. He is, the movie Drive Angry. This man is driving angry, and then you wrecked, and I was like, well, now he's driving angrier to get back to the front. I mean, you were mowing down 24 seconds all the way down to 10 seconds, and then that's when tragedy struck. But I mean, man, how hard were you driving? Like, you sweating? You got a towel going? What's up?
I am definitely sweating now. At one point, I was trying to rearrange the fan to get some more airflow, but there was no rubber left on those tires at the end of that race. That's for sure.
I knew it. I was like, and that's what happens, man. You push so hard for so long, and then eventually, we're watching right now on screen. You just kind of caught the grass, and you just go off just a little bit, and
Yeah.
that was 2 seconds. But man, it can just kill that momentum, even that little bit. But man, you were making a run. We were kind of hoping we get to see a little race at the end, but pretty sure Nickerson was doing a little time management on his own.
Yeah, we were discussing it. We weren't sure how the fuel was gonna be if you didn't have to stop. So I know he was managing that a little bit. He had a little more pace there that I'm not sure I could have got there, but I wanted to just to make him sweat a little bit. But I'm happy for him to get his first win. That was really cool, and I know he's pumped on that, so that was awesome.
Well, cool, man. You got any shout outs or anything you want to send out?
Just the next gen motorsports crew, especially Nathan. Getting some laps in, practicing, and that definitely helps each week. Having someone to drive with, and then the whole ENVY crew for putting on the series, and you guys also for doing the broadcast. It's awesome. Appreciate it.
Always, man. We thank you. We'll see how your luck goes next week. See if you can keep the momentum going.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I knew he wasn't here, so you got a good point lead now.
Yeah, I don't know how the drop races all work out, but
Yeah, I will find
with
out.
him not here, it would have been really nice to go ahead and get the win. But we'll just pick up the points that we can.
Yeah, and trust me, don't ever listen to Fry read the rules because I don't know the rules. So make sure you check on that. All right, my man.
Yeah, we
Well,
just see where we end up at the end of it. Go race
right.
every week and see what happens.
That's usually what I do. I'm like, where'd I finish? I ain't checking the points. Just let me know at the end. I don't want to know.
Yeah. All right, have a good one, guys.
All right, well, we'll see you. All right, Mr. Retro, otherwise known as Mr. Jan Rodriguez.
Yo.
So you got a little brave at the start. You were the first car on the dry tires. How nervous were you at the start?
I wasn't too nervous about it. I once I saw that the cars ahead of me were on wet tires, I was like, okay, well, Sandy is pretty tough to overtake, especially these guys have a lot of pace. So I was like, I just have to send it. As soon as I see that green, I'm going. Like the forecast said that we were gonna have the first 15 minutes dry. That was a lie. It was not supposed to rain that fast. And I think coming into like T3 or T4, whatever it is, I was trying not to overcook my tires because it's very easy to throw the car off balance there. And then yeah, I saw the guys behind spin, and I was like, okay, I got something to breathe. And then all of a sudden, the rain just comes and pours down the track. I was supposed to get more room. It didn't work out. It turned out okay.
Yeah, I mean, the strategy I thought was pretty good. Like you said, if it didn't rain a little bit longer, those guys on the wets would have been struggling. You would have gotten at least a little more gap. But it's kind of how it goes, right? And I didn't forecast that weather this time, so it wasn't my fault.
I had to tell myself a couple times to relax my hands on the steering wheel. I was white knuckling.
Yeah, I bet. Just trying to get back to the pits.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, after you got the wets on, you kind of dropped back a little bit, but you had a great run all the way up to third, kind of solidified, at least a podium finish. I know you saw the gap, probably thought there was nothing you could really do with Renner, but how surprised were you when you came home with the second?
A little bit. I think like a lap earlier or like 2 laps earlier, the gap went from like 8 seconds down to 2.5, something like that. And I'm like, oh, I gotta keep pushing because he already went off somewhere. I just gotta stay nearby. Hopefully, there's mistake. It was very tricky to keep the car on track there, especially once it starts drying up. Start sending it a little bit more. Things
Yeah,
start
start getting a little too confident in some corners.
Yeah, I was just trying to bring the car home, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather a podium's a podium, but yeah, I'm not gonna push too hard to end up wrecking the car.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got any shout outs or anything you want to send out?
Shout out to John for making this race a lot exciting. Sandy is tough as it is, and the skies opened up, so definitely was not expecting that heavy rain. Thanks to you guys for keeping up the broadcast. Can't wait to watch back.
Oh, always, man. I don't think I butchered any names this time, so no surprises. All right, man. Well, we're gonna head on to Mr. Nickerson. So good luck to you on the next race.
Later.
Hey, boss. Mr. Nickerson,
Hey.
what's up, buddy? On the first win.
Oh, feels good. Feels good.
So, first couple corners, everybody's on wets. You first four are all on the same strategy. You probably knew that. But after you escaped the carnage in the first 2, 3, 4 turns, how good were you feeling?
Man, that start was insane. So I saw Carnage ahead. I heard Ricky start saying stuff over the mic, and I knew chaos was about to erupt in front of me. And I was behind the Audi there, and I was gonna follow him through, but then the Porsche spun in front of him, and it's just a gamble at that point. Do you go left? Do you go right? And I picked right, fortunately.
Yeah, you definitely made the right call. So after you got, sort of some breathing room, you kind of just put the head down and focus. Oh,
Oh
that is
yeah.
nuts, just watching you go through there right now.
Yeah, put my head down and focus, but like Rod was saying earlier, like if they had one, maybe two more laps of dry racetrack, they would have put 20 more seconds on me, and it would have been a whole different race coming down to the wire at the end.
Yeah, if this one had been an hour, you might have been in a little bit of trouble. Could you see the gap behind you, and were you kind of doing like a little bit of time management?
I could see the gap behind me. I just told myself to keep pushing as much as possible, and then the corners that are a little sketchy, just take it super easy in those. I saw Ricky pop up pretty early on in the race, and I did not expect to see him there yet. So a little panic there, and then eventually Y-Rod came up right behind him, and I know those two guys are top of the field. They're quick, and they're gonna keep gaining on me. So just kept pushing, and it worked out.
Yeah, we were wondering. You didn't seem like you were pushing too hard, but it's like keep looking up at that timer, going, "Man, he's getting closer. He's getting closer. I gotta start pushing." So we figured maybe you were just waiting for the track to dry up a little bit before you really started kind of pushing down to manage that gap.
Well, that was the scary thing too, because I saw Ricky gaining a second a minute, it felt like, and at that rate, he was definitely going to catch me. And then I can't remember if it was practice or qualifying, but he was like 2 or 3 seconds than everybody else on the field when it was starting to dry. So as conditions improved, I knew I had to push more.
Well, you held it together and was able to keep it on track a little more than others. So that came into play a lot today. So congratulations on the first win. And we'll see if you can grab them next week again. You'll definitely have a good points day, gaining some good points on, I think, first who wasn't here, first who was here, second who wasn't here, and third I don't think was here either. So yeah, you should be gaining a lot.
Yeah. I know I'm going to miss 1 week coming up in a couple weeks, so that's going to be
Well,
unfortunate.
the good news is no one knows how the drop rounds or if there are any or how anything works. So we're just rolling with it. You know what I mean?
I think it's one drop round, yeah, so maybe we'll be good.
Hey, like I said, don't listen to me. Everybody go read the rules. I know you don't want to. I'm not going to read them for you. Or make them up as you go like I like to do. Uh, but you got any shout outs or anything you want to send out to anybody?
Yeah, shout out to the Next Gen Motorsports crew, Ricky especially, for doing that practice with me beforehand and showing me how fast you could go on this track tonight to give me a little more confidence. And then the family's watching, big shout out to them. Maybe they'll watch it again. And you guys with an amazing broadcast. Great to watch every week after the race.
You say that now until I have to take over.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Chris will be taking over probably at least next week and maybe the last few races. So you won't get to hear the southern sultry voice known as Fry.
Oh,
Sultry.
But I will. Yeah, I'm propping myself on that one. Well, we'll catch up with you next week. Don't worry, if I won't be talking, I'll still be watching, so I'll definitely be able to catch all the action. But we'll see if you can make it a repeat next week.
thanks, guys.
No worries. See you, man. All right, Chris. Well, how'd you enjoy being in the booth again instead of the track?
Well, I know my shoulder is very appreciative of it. That's for sure. So there's that. It's always fun to be in the booth watching the races, because when you're out on the track, you only get to see so much, right? Like, you only see and hear what you can hear on the broadcast if you happen to be dumb enough like me to listen to it while you're racing. But no, it's always fun. So it's kind of a catch-22 when you're a broadcaster and a racer, because you get in the booth, you're like, I miss racing. You get in the racing, you're like, I miss the booth.
Well, we're really glad that you could join us, and we're just so happy, and we hope that you can come back one day and maybe do this again.
What was that? That sounded awesome.
Oh, I've been waiting all season to do that.
I was like, what happened? I thought that was picks for a second. I didn't know what was happening.
Did you inhale some helium or something?
Don't even make up stuff. You are over there messing with the microphone, making me sound funny again. Stop doing that.
That's good stuff, man.
Well, like I said, I had to have a little fun on my exit out.
There you go.
Got to do something. So round
you won't
7.
be gone that long. We're gonna find places for you to be, and you're gonna find places
You'll
to
be back. I'm sure. Yeah.
Round 7 definitely will be Mr. Christopher on the microphone for the Hunger Ring. And get ready, Chris, because it's 90 minutes long. So these guys just got done with a sprint race. Now they get to do sort of an endurance race. You would think 2-stopper, but no, they seem to always just do it in one. Drives me nuts. And then they'll go to round 8 at Algarve International Circuit and Brazil for round 9, both 60-minute races to finish out the season.
Nice.
And again, we have switched up the 12 hours of Nürburgring. It'll now be a sprint series with the GTPs, LMP2s, and GT3s. Everyone's kind of probably going to drive a GT3, but, I want to see some GTPs out there. I want to see those big cars that I don't know how to drive very well. Of course, all proceeds go to Fund for Brain Cancer. There is no entry fee, but donations are definitely appreciated, and that is May 18th, 2025.
That's 1 month from today.
Yeah. So round 1, what is that? Mugello? Mugello. I don't know if I know that track. I know the name, but I don't know the track. Watkins Glen, Spa, Indianapolis, which I'm assuming is the road course, Road Atlanta, and Suzuka. So a little bit, traveling some nations.
Mm-hmm.
It should be fun. That Road Atlanta one that is just a hectic track when you got a GTP showing up behind you and you're in a GTD. It's gonna be crazy. I am your host, Fry. Will be replaced by Mr. Chris Ball against my will.
Brother.
Yeah, no, I'm not making much of a fuss about Fry saying goodbye tonight, because it's just temporary.
Vacation.
It's just temporary.
Just going on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish. Oh, let me tell you, I would much rather be on vacation than house shopping. For anybody out there who has ever house shopped, yeah, it is. It's just kind of not fun. Like, why can't I just find the perfect house on the first try? Is this so hard?
It is. It really, really is.
And of course, Pix always making me sound good, helping out, even though sometimes I might sound like Mickey Mouse. Want to say bye, Pix?
Bye, Fry. We're gonna miss you on this vacation.
Oh yeah. Let's use vacation word. And of course, Eton. Hopefully he's getting a little sunnier weather up there, starting to warm up a little bit, so he won't be having to use the snow plow anymore. And of course, all you guys, I appreciate just always commentating on the races and talking with everybody. You guys are always so much fun. I will be back. I'm not leaving forever, but yeah, a small break will have to be needed, unfortunately. But don't forget to join us next Friday, ENVY Simsports GT Sprint Series European Challenge. Another 90-minute race at the Hunger Ring, hosted by Chris. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.